Emotions aren't meant to be manipulated. They're meant to be managed through observation. My name is Coach Sean. I'm a faith-based relationship coach here to help you build healthier, happier, whole relationships with yourself, with God, and with others. And one of the biggest things that I see all the time is so many of us trying to control our emotions, get into those spaces where because you're having certain thoughts, because you're having certain feelings, maybe for some of you, you like to suppress them. For some of you, you like to dissociate by way of distracting yourself from engaging in said emotions. Perhaps some of you like to move in this game or religious game of constantly telling yourself in your mind, I rebuke that in the name of Jesus, repetitively over and over and over again from emotions and thoughts that you're curating that may come from places of unsettled and unresolved anger, come from places of loneliness and sadness, come from places of confusion and straight up dysfunction. But allow me to help you break down what you can do to actually navigate your emotions a little healthier. I actually was just on my way to the gym. I walk to the gym daily. And every time I go on this walk, I actually take a crosswalk in stoplights as cars are going back and forth. I have the lovely privilege most of the time as I'm taking this walk, when I press the button to wait. And as I'm waiting, I'm seeing cars pass in front of me back and forth. Green light, they're gone. Yellow light, some speed up. Obviously red, they stop. But what's so awesome about this is that the cars that are passing by, I am on the outside of watching them as they're going back and forth. And I only cling to the car that sticks out to me most as I look at which one's crossing in front of me the longest as it follows down the road. But even in the act of me clinging to a specific car that stood out to me most, that I may have liked its appearance, its color, its vibrance and all, I never become one with the car. I never start running with the car to match its speed. I just simply am acknowledging that I am my own being outside of the cars that are crossing in front of me, turning in front of me, and I am simply in a state of observance. And as I quit looking at this car that's passing down, I'm easily able to recenter my focus to what's in front of me, straight ahead, as the crosswalk sign turns on, and I'm able to walk the crosswalk to get to my destination at the gym. This all is going to make sense in a minute. Your thoughts are the cars. You yourself is the pedestrian looking at the crosswalk. You aren't your thoughts. You don't become one with your thoughts. And after so many thoughts that pass by, the ones that you cling to most are the ones that you give double takes to. You stare down and you look to add solutions, variations, or any kind of explanations and stories to in order to curate an emotion that later manifests into something you're feeling. Anger, frustration, doubt, whatever it is that we're clinging to. And I want to tell you that you are not your emotions. I want to tell you that you also do not have to act and move impulsively on every emotion and every thought that happens. Instead, we get the beautiful privilege of being able to sit back, wait, and observe. Look at the emotions, analyze the thoughts, not attach stories, not attach meaning, and just simply allow them to be there, seeing how every time you do that, it is not the end of the world. Your world is not falling apart, and you are not having to succumb to every repulsive behavior that may be in front of you and presented to you. I need you to be willing to not act on every impulse, not act on every thought, and I need you to come to the conclusion that you are not your thoughts. Because when you do this, you are now able to allow emotions and thoughts to pass like traffic. So you do not cling to unnecessary thinking. You do not cling to any specific emotion to create stories out of it that then gives you permission to run wild, run rampant, lose self-control, and overall make impulsive decisions for immediate gratification that leads to dysfunctional outcomes from dysfunctional behaviors. I hope this made sense. If it did, I need you to type "caught it" in the comment section below. Follow for more as we continue navigating through our healing and doing relationships the right way. We're starting this doing the human work on ourselves first, which oftentimes just means giving us the ability to actually learn what it looks like to manage our emotions without feeling like we need to change stories, rebuke, or anything in that sort, but just simply analyze what's there, judgment-free, and learning to let go of the thoughts that really don't serve us to where we are in the present or where we're trying to go to our future.